Hey there, Subnautiloids, it's Frost Iron, and we're here to continue our tutorial on how to get started in Subnautica Below Zero. Uh, on this episode, we're going to cover how to get the builder tool so you can start building your base, and the high capacity oxygen tank for significantly lengthened dives over the basic. So, there's no telling exactly where within this area your drop pod will spawn. So there's no exact directions. But if you hop up to the surface and look around, you should see this weird looking iceberg up here. And you should also sort of see an area, well, gosh, where we spawned, there's almost no icebergs around. Anyway, we're going to head over here towards this weird looking iceberg that okay, can't see it anymore. But essentially, you want to keep the icebergs to your left. And I know that's kind of a simplistic set of instructions, but it'll work out. Just trust me on this. So here we go. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for Sparky. Uh, there's a few sort of vaguely useful things that are up on that platform and also down below it, but we're not worried about that right now. So we're looking for this twisty bridge that's up near the surface, right next to this sparking cable. It's the only one around. You cannot possibly be in the wrong place if you think you're in the right place. And what we're going to do is we're going to wander over here to this little hill here, if you will. And we're going to, you see those huge, all those coral? They're very sort of stand out. We're going to go below them, like way below them, to this little habitat module that's sitting on the ocean floor. We're going to stop. We're going to go over and pick up this box because that's our high capacity oxygen tank. And right here, we're going to scan this builder fragment. And that's going to give us our builder tool. Or at least it's going to give us access to the blueprint. So we're still going to need some various materials in order to actually make these things. First, we're going to go back up to the surface because it's kind of a deep dive. We have an extra oxygen tank. So if you weren't here for the last episode, I do recommend at this stage of the game having an extra oxygen tank, so that when you run out, you can just swap. But in order to actually make these things, we're going to need some silver and one piece of gold. We can grab other things while we go. But what we really want to do is look around and, find that silver and gold. Get some copper. We're always happy to have some copper. Did I pass a little thing? Nope, no punchable rock. Okay. Now, swimming around down here can be a little bit daunting, and that's totally fine. Normally there are oxygen plants, although I'm not finding any at the moment. Oh yeah, we're also going to need 2 of these. This table coral is going to be used to make a computer chip, so we need 2 of those. And we need 1 piece of gold and 4 silver. Oh, there is another one of these. Oh, and there's an oxygen plant. That'll keep us going for a bit. And again, we can pick up some other resources as we go, but we don't want to overload ourselves too much at this exact phase of things. Always want to crack Galena, because we are going to need a ton of lead here in about 30 minutes. Not having a whole lot of luck, though, here, are we? Okay, well, we're going to head to the surface, and we probably waited a little too long, so we're going to swap oxygen tanks just to make sure we're safe. And you'll notice that the oxygen tank doesn't fill you up all the way. It's because most of your breath is actually coming from your sort of quote-unquote natural breath. Oxygen tank is... I mean, honestly, these oxygen tanks are like a Ziploc baggie full of air. They give you so little. They give you 30 seconds. It's nothing. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow, but, down here you will find the silver and gold you need. And you probably noticed, there's some sort of scary-looking critters swimming around, and they might take a chunk out of you. That's why we brought a first aid kit, just in case. But they're not going to be, hyper-aggressive. They're not going to chase you down and kill you in one bite or anything like that. They're just going to maybe give you some love taps if you swim too close. Now, you notice I swam below 100 meters. That's going to hurt my oxygen efficiency. I probably didn't need to swim quite so deep, so I'm going to go back up. I'm having absolutely no luck finding any silver or gold. Although, finding gallinite, oh, jeez, not having any luck. Going to the right area can help. The gold you'll also find is a little more prevalent in the caves down here. Of course, going into the caves is quite dangerous. The other thing you're going to want to do while you're down here is look for sea truck fragments and mobile vehicle bay fragments. Those flashing lights, that's going to be for the story. We'll go ahead and visit that probably next episode or two. For now, we just want to get our builder tool and our high-capacity oxygen tanks on board. Yep, those guys swim too close. They will definitely try to take a swing at you. Usually they'll only actually get you if you didn't notice them. They swim up from behind. Oof. Oof. Where is all the resources? Getting lots of lead. That's probably good. Alright. Go fill up real quick. At this stage, with the very, very basic oxygen tank, I consider the secondary oxygen tank to purely be for emergencies. You know, if you're swapping to that secondary tank, you've got 30 seconds left. You really just need to get to the surface and fill them both up. Okay, trying again. I've done this a number of times. This is definitely going a little slower than normal, but I still think it's useful. Oh, here's some silver, maybe? No, not quite. It's still useful, I think, to sort of see and understand what it's like to travel around in the twisty bridges, because this really is the first biome. Technically, you spawn within the shallow twisty bridges, and these are the standard twisty bridges, and then there's also the deep twisty bridges, which we will visit eventually. Oh, here, we might get some more silver. Nope. Geez, not having luck. That could be gold. Galavrite. There we go. So we got our one gold. We don't need any more. There's another silver. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting it. Yeah, now we're in a cave. The caves are a little better for these things. It's just you got to be real careful swimming around in the caves, because if you get disoriented and lost and can't find any more oxygen plants, can't find your way out, it's very easy to sort of panic and die down here. I have done it. You are quite likely to do it. And I don't want that to happen to you. Yeah. In fact, I am now a little bit lost in the caves. If you find yourself lost in the caves, not 100% certain where you're supposed to be going, the best thing to do is just keep swimming. Just keep on going, because as long as you keep swimming, you should keep coming across these oxygen plants, and eventually you'll find your way out. See, like, I found my way out, and I've also filled up on oxygen, so I'm not in any real danger. Another sea truck fragment. That's great. We're looking for 3 sea truck fragments. It's not our priority right now, but it's just another thing that is going to be very, very soon relevant. So we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep grabbing any lead we come across. But we still need one more silver so we can actually do what we came here to do. And we're getting a little low on oxygen again, so we're going to want to hit some oxygen plants. And of course, these oxygen plants do refill, and they refill pretty quickly. They take about a little over 30 seconds. They take a little longer than the air they replenish. So one of them won't keep you going, but 2 of them will. 2 of them will fill you up eventually if you just sort of keep going back and forth in between them. But yeah, 1 more silver is all we need. Then we're going to head back, and we will make these tools, and that will be all for now. Oh. Oh, getting a little low on air here. And yeah, speed can be much more important than efficiency, because there's such a premium placed on refilling your air judiciously. So it's entirely possible I've sailed past plenty of argentite I've certainly sailed past other things I could have collected. We do like having quartz. Quartz is useful. Gosh, it'd be nice if we could just find one more argentite. One more silver. Get out of here. Well, we don't seem to be having much luck here, do we? Alright, gonna have to fill up one more time. Gonna have to swap tanks. And unfortunately, your oxygen tanks do not fill themselves, so you do have to remember to swap back once you reach the surface. Alright, this time I can feel it. Nope. Sea glide fragment. Don't need that anymore. Nah, don't need copper. I mean, we will need copper, but copper's everywhere. Everywhere at the beginning of the game. I guess we could grab a few more ribbon plants. Oh, we're back here. Didn't actually check for materials while we were here last time. Not seeing anything. Well, go into these little... I guess we might have to go back into some caves if we're going to actually find some more. Usually there's a little more on the outside walls, but we are not having any luck right now. Oh, we're going to have to hit some oxygen plants. I really don't want to have to surface again so soon. There's one. There's one down here. I'm not even going to try to find stuff right now. I just need to fill up on oxygen real quick. Yeah, we've already gone through here, so we're not going to find anything new. Well, we might. We might. I will certainly not claim to be very exhaustive in my searching. Is that? No, that's gold. Don't need gold. Don't need gold. Ah, one time, please. Oh, I just heard a crash fish. So that's okay. We'll deal with that real quick if we can find it again. No, maybe so. Okay. There he is. Okay, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on out. All right, so we did that because we need... No, not a creature egg. Well, whatever. What we need is crystallized sulfur, which spawns in their nests. But sometimes you get a creature egg instead. Okay, well... I feel like maybe I'm just losing my eyesight. So we should have found some more argentite by now. There's one, right? Oh no, that's Galena. There's one. And, oh, and our inventory is full. Okay, we'll drop some titanium. Pick that up. Okay, there we got what we need. All right, we're out of here now. Oh, I guess we're in a cave. So, get out of this cave and head back to our base. That took a little longer than I would have liked, but not a big deal. We made it through. We should not have any trouble getting back up to the surface from here. Oh, except I see some tech. So we're going to take a little side trip. Whenever you see a little tech lying around, you want to go over and grab it real quick. The main thing is obviously these data boxes. I think this has, what, the rebreather? Yeah, so there's our rebreather. That'll be helpful. That'll reduce our oxygen consumption when we're below 100 meters. And so in tandem with the high-capacity O2 tanks we're about to build, it's going to become a lot easier to swim around down here. So although that took a little longer than we would have liked, we ended up gathering more resources than usual. And that'll be helpful going forward. You know, it's a little bit of extra time now, but it'll be a little bit less time in the future. grab a meal while we're at it. Oh, inventory's full. Alright, so for the high capacity O2 tank, we need 2 times glass, silver ore, a tank, and some titanium. Now we should have pretty much enough quartz to make that glass. Looks like we only have enough for 1 right now, and that's okay. So there's 1 high capacity O2 tank. And although the high capacity O2 tank is significantly better than the basic one, I still recommend 2 tanks at this stage. They're just not that good. I mean, these ones are much better, but they still you can still run out of oxygen. It's frequently just not quite enough. And yeah, anytime you need some food, of course, you can just go grab some little fish. They're much easier to catch at night. Cook them up, munch them down. Good to go. All right, so the other thing we want to do is make our builder tool, which we should be able to do, although I do need that table coral I just put away. So for that, we're going to need some copper wire and a wiring kit, computer chip, and we already have our battery, so we're good to go. Now, since this thing's almost out of battery, we'll put the new battery in this. We'll use the old battery to make it, which, sadly, it used to refill your battery when you did this. It no longer does, which, yeah, a little bit of a bummer. See, it comes out empty. Let's see. Okay, do we have enough to actually build a base, to start a base right now? We actually don't have the materials we need. So we're going to need a whole bunch of quartz and maybe a little more titanium and some copper. So the next phase of what we're going to want to do is go out and do that. That's going to be for building our base. But that'll be for next episode. That's going to do it for this episode. And thanks for watching. Remember to save. And until next time, keep on swimming.